caves and had barricaded yourself inside the troll den, hoping that the ogres could not find you here. And if they do, they're you're protected with this rock. You're planning to go on a long rest so that you can recover health and spell slots and everything. But you probably still want to have a watch, unless of course you guys decide you're safe with that rock there, as safe as possible, and just want everybody to go to sleep. Up to you. So what do you guys do?
Do watch.
I'll take the first watch.
I'll take the second watch.
I'm sleeping.
I'll take the fourth watch, I guess.
I'll do third then.
Alright.
I'm gonna watch staring at the rock.
I'm sleeping against the rock.
Yeah, no one's gonna move that rock with Erroneous on it. Even the ogres would find that a tremendous task.
Okay, Erroneous.
Yep.
As you sleep, your dreams are not as friendly as they might have been at one point. Assuming that you ever had good dreams, but these dreams are a little bit, shall we say, awkward comparatively. As it starts off, you're a young man, not even a man yet. You're about 10 years old, or the equivalent thereof. I can't remember if half-orcs age faster or anything like that. You're about 10 years old. You're out on the ranges in the Southlands, sometimes known as the Wildlands, just south of Emlarn, with that ranger detachment. And in your dreams, you can see shambling skeletons armed with rusty swords, just kind of making their way up a muddy hillside.
Cool. Placement.
What do you're dreaming? But what do you do?
I'd imagine. Am I alone or with other people in my dream?
There's basically some of the people you grew up with, like the ones that kind of served for as a parent figures and such.
I imagine since we're in our country and there's skeletons, we would probably attack. And I think this might be the time I learned how to use a flail.
Goddamn drow!
No, skeletons.
I know.
Well, it's still the drow, because the drow would be were the ones sending them to the south of. And Ted's dead. That's right. No, Fredrickson is going to be resummoning him.
Yep.
The drow in the Southlands and the Kolar Mountains. That's right. I should show you the map again of the continent, since that might make a little more sense. Even though this is a stream, but I can show you where I'm talking about. All right. So the Kolar Mountains it's this mountain range down here. The Wildlands is pretty much all this area down here. North of that is Emlarn proper, and all the way to the west, northwest is where you guys are now. So you see the Kolar Mountain range is all the way over there. That's where the Emlarn people have been having trouble with the drow. Stupid thing. I want you to move over.
No.
Ah! Alright, back to the case. So, yeah, you gotta find a flail in your hand. You're just going at these skeletons. And in the distance, you spot a drow woman, kind of her arms folded, watching you from atop a ridge. Well, not ridge, hill. Sorry, I'm going to say hill.
I would point and yell out to Spike, the leader of our group, that there's a drow out.
So, Spike is busy cutting up skeletons, but starts yelling if that's the case, responding to your inquiry since you're the kid in this group. that the true enemy has been spotted. We should press on through these automatons and get to them before they can get away again. You can see as you're kind of left behind to stab at the skeletons, or rather bash them with your bludgeoning instrument, that many more of the rangers are just kind of flowing by you, just towards the direction you pointed. The sky, as you stand there, or finish bludgeoning a skeleton, for some reason your feet are not moving to follow them. The sky turns blood red. It was already nighttime, which is why the drow was out in the first place. But the sky is blood red now in your dreams, and you can hear sinister cackling in the distance as your people begin to vanish from sight.
Are there still skeletons around?
You seem to be alone except for the downed skeletons.
I would try to move towards where the drow was last seen.
Yeah. As this is a dream, in the imagery around you, as this is a dream, your feet just are moving up and down. You don't seem to be moving in any actual direction. It's as if everything around you is moving, is moving at the same pace and therefore keeping still. Who's awake on watch? That's Fredrickson, right?
That's correct.
You're seeing Ironius' feet kick as if he's trying to march while he's laying there against the rock.
Like a dog.
Yeah.
Fredrickson, he doesn't find, orcs attractive at all, but he thinks this is adorable. when he's asleep, he's kicking in his sleep. He's like, this is somewhat terrifyingly adorable.
Ironius, roll a wisdom save. So you keep on sleeping. You keep on having this dream where it becomes increasingly you're isolated, you're alone, and you don't seem to be moving anywhere. And that's the end of first watch. Who's got second watch?
I do. Run.
Alright. So that means Fredrickson gets to go to sleep now. Yay!
Yay!
And Fredrickson starts having a dream where he's in his lab, surrounded by kobolds, who are all looking over his shoulders.
My joyous laughter is translated to insanity by other. When people
Brad.
say it's insane, I see us having fun.
Yeah. Okay, Brian. From your perspective, you're hearing Fredrickson laugh insanely in his sleep.
He's weird, that's normal. I'll try my hardest to ignore his weird laughter. Probably failing, so.
And Fredrickson, in your perspective, you're hearing the laughter echo from each of the kobolds surrounding you in this lab.
It doesn't bother me. I'm too focused on whatever.
Alright. Okay. Alright, so another part of the night comes by uneventful except for the laughter and the weird kicking in sleep. Someone had third watch, didn't they?
Ironius.
So, Ironius, you come awake with a start. You still feel kind of cold and as if you've been marching all night.
Bless it.
Thank you.
You see that Fredrickson's kind of giggling in his sleep. Braun seems to be getting ready to go to sleep.
Well, boss weird.
Ferguson farts and a little bit of poisonous gas comes out. Just a little bit, not enough to actually, affect anyone.
Boss, you need more goodies.
So eventually, everyone else starts to wake up as a full long rest is finished without incident from outside. The fire's kind of getting low in the corner. Getting kind of cool in here since you're, in the mountains. What do you guys wish to do?
Frederickson's gonna get up, kind of like put his hands on his lower back, and an audible snap will be heard as he pops his. That's what happens when I sleep on the floor. Oh well, it's not the first time.
It's quite good for you, I hear. That's why I do it all the time.
I believe you.
Would it be alright to use a cantrip?
What sort of ketchup are you trying to use?
I want to use Mending on Erroneous's favorite flail.
Aw, sure.
Thanks.
It spins like new.
The benefits of magic, Erroneous.
This crushes skulls well.
We'll be needing it.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna take the time to cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff. See, now Erroneous, I can hit just as hard as you can. Maybe.
Would you care to test that?
Oh Lord, please!
No.
It's too early.
No, my quarterstaff's made out of wood. Probably break on. But now I don't have to rely on my brute strength to hit people with it.
How?
Magic, and I like twiddle my fingers, or no, jazz hand.
I poke the staff, like,
It's kind of glowing, like a light blue. Magic, jazz hand.
so, shall we leave yet?
Are we ready to deal with everything outside?
Well, we're more prepared than we were yesterday.
I mean, I'm
I guess we are then.
if you want.
Alrighty, go ahead, Ironius.
Okay. Brand stalking.
If you want, I could go invisible and check things out first, but I don't know if that's helpful.
Does invisible help with rock?
Erroneous, you would move the rock first.
Ah! I'll try to move the rock.
Alright. I'm not even going to worry about a strength check. You push the rock aside. You just hear this long scraping noise as a result of that.
Can we move it a little quieter, Erroneous?
Do you want quiet or do you want quick? I don't think you can quietly move.
There's two ogres outside. I think we need quietly.
Yes.
I don't think I can do either. Bigger rock.
Okay.
But
Thank you, Erroneous.
Keep this in mind. They're dumb.
But they have ears.
Is my name They now?
They is plural for multiple beings, I guess. Anywho.
Erroneous, you're very intelligent for an orc.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Alright, come on.
You're much smarter than them.
Bran, you think you're ready?
I just realized something. I can't see.
Fair
I don't
point.
think this is gonna work.
Anybody? Well, would they be frightened of a floating torch?
I mean, I could make someone else invisible who might be able to see.
Do you want me to do it?
I mean, you're the fastest.
Do we want to send Erroneous outside with a bunch of dangerous things?
Oh no.
Well, I mean,
no. Let's not do
maybe.
that. How about we just stick
Send me
together
outside?
and do
Okay.
our best?
Follow Ironius.
Oh dear.
Oh, there he goes.
I will follow closely behind him.
She's out next just to make sure no one does anything stupid.
You have Arnius in your party. Stupidity is guaranteed.
She wants to make sure it doesn't get too stupid.
And a good
That's-
time was had by all.
And I think I'm stuck again.
Oh no.
I actually can't see a majority of the map.
Oh, there you go.
Like,
Pick up your character
not
and
fog
use
of
it.
war.
There you go.
And do we go left or right?
I think I broke my roll 20. I just see swarms of bats.
Alright, well, you should reload then.
Alright, let me go deal with that real quick.
I think we
Anywho.
should go left. That the right is where we kind of ran into a spider and 2 ogres, I believe. So
Yeah, let's go.
I have hung in conscience that spider is no longer going to be a problem.
I don't
I
know,
hope
you
not.
tried shooting it the other day.
Yes, but there's 2 ogres, and I'm sure they're hungry.
I'd rather not take my chances.
You just hear the bits of dripping of water and little bits of squeaks of bats. As you see, the swarm of bats here is currently clinging to the ceiling.
Should we be doing stealth checks on this or no?
That's up to you.
Can we not?
Alright, it's fine. This is fucking. It's
Don't
too
do
late now.
this to us. You know someone's gonna roll a crit.
Your boots sink into bits of guano as you walk by the bats.
Let's truck. Oh, there I go. Yeah, I think I'm trapped in the abyss again. I don't know why I keep getting.
Poor Fredrickson.
Yep.
Yay!
Don't forget Ted.
You can see the room where you fought with spiders and bats and saw ogres, and all you find is bits of remnants of a spider, mostly torn apart. Looks like the ogres came through here but didn't stop. They probably ate the spider or most of it.
Can
First,
I
yes.
try to find out where Ogre went? Ogres?
Yep, that would be an investigation check.
I'm a champ, guys!
You see a lot of movement through this room, both to the south, where you know you traveled, and up to the north, where things came from, and now even from the west, where you're currently standing.
Sorry, it just occurred to me. Now I had to explain to them what happened to their goddamn donkey. Or mule. Nope, donkey.
Ogre ate it.
Probably. Anywho, where are you going?
Where am I going?
We're leaving. We're going that way, and I point to the left.
Left? Okay.
No, Irene, it's your other left.
Erroneous dear, come on. Wrong way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for trying.
I know
What's
you
this
want
way?
to go fight them, but right now we need to get home. Plus, we have to tell the dwarf mayor that we found his crew.
What's this?
You see bits of what used to be support planking from where the dwarves were excavating. It looks like they were trying to open up this area where you see a lot of dirt floor into what's mostly a lot of stone. You see evidence of blood on some of the panels. Roll an investigation check to learn more.
A second. Reloading my.
Yeah, you have no idea how old it is. Oops, that was.
Erroneous.
Ooh. You can
Just
tell
good
that the
rolls.
blood is a bit old, but only probably by the amount of time that the dwarves had gone missing. The floor is unfortunately too well traveled to tell if any tracks that would have indicated anything because it was too long ago. But the blood does indicate that something might have happened, happened or at least started to happen in this area.
Dwarfs might be this
Fredrickson,
way.
we're leaving you behind.
I know.
And as you glance to the south, you can make out thick spider webbing that's cutting off a lot of the cutting off a lot of your sight. It's hard to make out what's past that.
Boss, do you got fire?
I could cast Sacred Flame.
I'll just cast Firebolt. Firebolt. On the web, just shoot. Today I'm gonna have Ted do to hear.
Okay, something's wrong with my revealing areas thing.
Also have a torch we could use if we really want to check that out.
I mean, I can. I mean, if you will need to, I can get rid of it.
What's the perception roll for again?
It's just to hear or see or smell anything.
Yeah, you're not picking anything up in particular. You do see the webs that Aronius was talking about, the thick spider webbing
Yeah.
to the south.
I just pet Ted. Just pet him.
So, do we go right or do we go down?
But I did cast Firebolt on the suburban.
I don't see a roll for firebolt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. Initiative
Oh,
order
no.
it is. As you really pissed off some certain things that live in the webs.
Oh, jeez.
Well, now they're on fire.
Wait, give me a second. I'm having difficulties with dynamic lighting. And I realized I set up this token wrong.
Oh, his token.
It's black pudding, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's not the black pudding again. Yeah, like I said, I'm having difficulties with the stupid dynamic lighting. Let's see here. Dynamic lighting. Area. Oh, there we go. Alright. So you see in front of you two giant spiders. some reason I accidentally linked the tokens to HP rather than to the number. So they were showing an XP pool with the last thing. Of course, it's the... Oh, that's why I couldn't see it. Sorry about that. I thought that was in the regular layer. Sorry about that. Anyway, okay. And Anomala gets to go first.
All right.
The web here is beginning to burn out, and soon reveals more of the cave down here.
Okay. Am I able to move like right here?
Yeah.
Is that like free? Okay.
But if you move right there, I don't think you'll be able to see the spider anymore.
Okay. Let me see.
There's a lot of twists and turns in this cave.
I can still kind of see it. I'm not sure if the dynamic lining is gonna be accurate to what I can see here, but I would just move here, and I would prepare an attack, and I just look at Ironius and say, it would be best that we don't bottleneck ourselves as we did last time.
I nod back.
Then that turns over. That's all for our turn.
Alright. Fredrickson!
Fireball.
And that's a miss. That spider starts squeezing into the passageway. Anomula, what's your prepared attack?
Hit with my group Iron Greatsword. There's a 14 hit.
Yes.
Rolling that damage, and
Alright. The giant spider scrambles forward, and as it gets slashed with the sword, it turns towards Anomula. Yes.
12 does not hit.
And then, of course, the other spider begins to move. It scrambles down off its webs, scampers into the dark. Calculate something. Alright. Ron.
And it goes.
Vicious mockery.
A tiny ass for a spider.
Right.
Percentage on snacks.
Oops.
Take force.
Save 6 of 13.
Nope.
And
wow.
it doesn't do anything. Oh, what's a wisdom save?
That's a-
Sorry.
Say that's a deck.
Yeah, for some reason I said Dex. I don't know where my brain was. So, spider takes 2 damage.
It's Fifi.
Alithia.
She's gonna try to shoot through the doorway.
And that misses.
20.
Smashy smash.
Arrhenius! Four damage.
Althea, it hits well.
You're welcome.
Anomula, back to you.
See if I can finish him off. 14 hits, I guess. Still same time.
Yep. And the spider dies. oozes out some vicious ichor and kind of curls up on the ground as the last of its life leaves it. However, you can still hear the sounds echoing through the corridors of of the other spider. And you begin to hear a bit of a thump, thump, thump coming from the south.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
Fredrickson.
See the other spider, or is it just?
You don't see where it went.
I'm going to reserve my action until I see something hostile.
Alright. Hear a thump, thump, thump coming through the south. Spider continues to scramble. Braun.
I will hold my action to cast Vicious Mockery on the first thing that comes through there.
Comes up to the south.
Yep.
Althea.
She's just gonna stand there, I guess. She's not gonna go in the room.
Alright. Erroneous.
Guys? Do we go in? Like,
I'd rather not, but you know. That's
okay,
just-
boss. Should I stand here with shield?
I think we should leave. Quite frankly, we spend enough time in this cave. I'd like to.
Defensive action.
Shouldn't we see where else this leads, though? I mean, away from the spiders, but definitely.
Well, if we go south, it's going to hear that thumping, and if I'm right, we already know what that thumping is.
Yeah, that's true.
If you can dig
Is it me?
it's
Yes, erroneous.
You're part of it, Everett. But you know, there's those ogres that we saw earlier.
I mean, if we can, we should try to take care of them.
Didn't they speak?
Yes.
Then maybe not to me.
I think we should leave. Erroneous, come on, we have to go see about the donkey outside.
Yep. I want to explain to the dwarves why we lost one of their damn donkeys.
Yeah, what if the donkey needs help, man? We should go.
But
Also,
friend,
if we
Where are
go
your friends? So's the donkey.
but
if we go back, you
get
can pet a
more friends.
rhino. You can pet a rhino when we get back.
Yeah, we could pet
Okay,
rhinos.
let's
Come
go.
on, Erroneous.
Let's go.
Lead the way.
Yeah, you first, Erroneous.
I don't think we can run fast enough to get rid of these ogres.
Are you sure you want me first?
I'll be right next to you, so I'll guide you where we need to go.
Okay.
I will cover the back.
Oh, no, we're still in initiative order, guys.
Fine.
Nebula.
I will stand here, prepare an attack with my crossbow.
Alright.
For those beautiful ogres
Fredrickson.
that are about to show up, I'm so okay with this.
I'm gonna go right behind Erroneous.
Alright. You hear thump, 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 still coming from the south, but you also hear a scrambling noise coming from the west, and the giant spider comes launching itself around the corner, right at Erroneous.
Watch out, Erroneous.
Beast.
Meanwhile, a giant an ogre comes charging down up from the south towards you guys.
Get you right on the loose.
Oh Jesus, this is not good.
Oh, wow, he not won his initiative.
Yep. And Braun, what's that aimed at?
At the ogre, I said the first thing that comes from the south.
Okay,
which is the
cool.
other.
I was facing the south as well, and I prepared my crossbow attack. So
Dude, you heard his feeling.
And you hit ear piercing. Okay. It slaps a hand over its shoulder as you hit it with the crossbow bolt. Me smash! It yells. Braun.
Let's seeing it already has disadvantage. I will Eldritch Blast it. Why not?
And the blast goes wild. Let's see here. That's a nat 1. I don't have a rolling table set up for that. It just kind of fizzles at your fingers, and you feel your fingertips tingling weirdly, as if that spell's going to take a while to take another round or so to come back.
You hear a fart sound coming from your finger.
She's
Althea.
casting Sacred Flame at the ogre.
All
Fred,
right.
keep it in.
Ah!
I feel like that's the first time Sacred Flame is hitting.
Yeah, it probably is.
Erroneous.
With the tie one damage.
Flail to Spider.
Flail misses Spider.
Aw.
Ogre raises its great club high. Me smash! And runs right at Anomia.
Oh no.
That
Oh,
seems to be
fuck.
wrong because it had
That's what I
disadvantage.
thought. Bitch.
Well, he has disadvantage because I cast Vicious Mockery.
Oh,
Oh!
true.
So
My
it's
health's
a
back yet?
You didn't get hit?
Yeah. Forgot about the Vicious Mockery thing. I'm surprised that's not in the bottom part of the Vicious Mockery.
Oh, that gets
I'll add it.
disadvantage?
Yeah, it should say that. It should say that in the spell that says that if this land is affected, the enemy gets disadvantage. Because I keep forgetting otherwise. Anomia.
Yeah. I actually totally forgot about that.
Okay, well, since I had my crossbow out, because I attacked him with it, I'm gonna have to put that away. And that's a free action, correct? So if it's a free action to put the sword away, I put the crossbow away, but then I will need another free action to actually bring my sword out, or no?
Yeah, you need another action to do that.
Okay, would you allow me to waste my action and put my sword out, or
You can
would I
do
have to
that.
wait the next turn?
You can
Okay,
do that.
I'm
You can
gonna-
use. I said you can use up your action to do that.
Okay, I'm gonna use my action just to bring my great sword out, and then that's it.
All right. Fredrickson.
I asked Ironius, I go, hey, can you handle this spider?
Oh yeah, boss. I got you.
Because I hear big footsteps in the other room, and I'm going to go try and stop it. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to yell at the ogre. I'm like, hang on. Just chill for a minute. And I'm going to try and convince him with my, hopefully, persuasive skills to not attack us. And that there's a tasty spider at his feet for him to eat. Oh yeah,
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Oh,
stop.
God bless.
I'm
Holy
gonna
crap!
go. Whoa.
The ogre
Whoa.
kind of blinks at you and then gestures its club towards Anomula. Said, "Kitty, fire arrow at me! Kitty, hurt me! Arrow!" Or pulls at the bolt that's stuck in its shoulder and gestures
To
its
be
club
fair,
again at Anomula.
to be fair, you scared her. I mean, you're bigger than all of us, especially me. So when we hear someone come charging down in caves as big as yourself, we don't know what to do. We're in a foreign area, and she was startled.
Dress. It starts talking as soon as you say that and says, "Drow, say keep area safe. Keep you out. Smash you."
You know what? We're leaving right now, actually. And so we're gonna get out of your hair. We were only here to take care of the human person that was raising the dead people. We took care of that.
The ogre looks confused at this.
Yeah, there was a human person wearing a robe a cloth that covered her entire person, and she was raising people from who were thought to be, gone, like from the world completely. So we took care of her, and now we're leaving. And if you
The
let
ogre,
us
the
leave,
ogre starts scratching its head with its club.
there's a spider at your feet if you're hungry. For you and your mate.
But the ogre kind of looks down at it. Food.
We're
Yeah.
about to leave one outside too.
Yeah, there's
We're
one
gonna
right
kill it
over there
for
with our
you.
friend. There's one with our friend. We'll take care of that for you. That'll be another meal for you. And
Ken
then
looks
we'll leave.
confused for a moment and asks, "You drow friend?"
Yes.
Yes.
Good friend.
Yes, I sure am.
Draw!
Shut up, Pyronius!
Erroneous, please.
Focus on the spider.
Thought only robed ones were drow friend, it says, scratching its head again.
We had
and
to take our
reaches
robes
down
off.
and picks up the spider. Wear robes, it asks.
Mine
Fred, tell
are
him we got him
different.
what?
Mine are different. Mine signifies a job that I have. See, mine are white. I kind of like gesture to my lab coat. But
I mean, if
just
you wait,
take your spider to your mate. We'll take care of the other spiders so you have another lunch. And then we're going to leave. We'll speak with our draft friends. And then you'll never see us again.
But drow friends are back in the... Sorry. Drow friends be back in their hole. He kind of like looks down the passageway that we just came through from.
Then they asked us to come here to do something for them. We did that task. They obviously saw that the task was taken care of. And now we're free to leave. Thank you for informing us of that.
The ogre scratches its head again and is holding the spider. It looks very confused.
I say to the ogre, how do I say to him again, I thank him. I say thank you for telling us that the drow are here. Now that they know that what they have requested of us is taken care of, because they asked us to do something for them, like they asked you to protect this cave. So we did something for them. They know that we finished it, and now we can go home, just like we're in your home. I assume.
Okay. Ogre kind of like, holds the spider and looks like it's ready to move. Meanwhile, as you're giving this long speech, Aronius is fighting a spider, and a spider is trying to bite Aronius. It sinks its teeth right into Aronius's flesh, injecting lots of poison into him.
Oof. Oh, good.
Yeah, so you only take 6 damage from that poison. But it's still 16 health points. And now we have Braun.
I'm gonna ask Braun to go help out Erroneous.
I will cast no, Sacred Flame on the spider, and then I'll use 2 points of healing light on Ironius.
You might have to move a little bit in closer. You're kind of partially blocked by the planks.
There we are.
The solution is to stand on the planks.
I think that's the most damage I've seen from a Sacred Flame.
You heal 3 health points.
Yay!
Alright. And you cast Sacred Flame on the spider. Okay. Ouch.
Oh, sweet.
It squeals in pain. As the radiant damage seems to be a lot brighter upon it. Alithia.
She's over beside Bran. She's going to shoot the spider.
And the
Ooh.
bolt just kind of clambers harmlessly to the ground.
Oh.
How lovely.
Erroneous.
Smashy smash?
Smashy smash.
Smashy smash.
Yeah.
You manage to break off a couple of the spider's legs as you bring the flail down upon it. No less dangerous, but it's probably not moving very fast. Yoger, having been persuaded that you are allies, takes the spider corpse and starts walking down this way.
As he leaves, I yell, "Bye, friend."
Anomula, are you going to attack it, or are you going to let it go?
No,
You let him go.
please.
I'm letting him go.
Thank
Alrighty.
you.
Thank God it's not the other way around.
Oh no, I would have persuaded Ironius to not attack him either. I'm like, I swear to God, Ironius.
Well, he's
Do
friend.
this.
Call him friend. He's friend.
Anomula!
I would turn around looking confused at Fredrickson. Like, you have really interesting tactics. I
Thank
could
God I'm
appreciate
smarter than him.
that. Then I would move up. Let's see. Can I even fit through here? I don't think I can I?
If your allies will let you pass, you can.
He
I'm not
could just
blocking.
step over me.
Oh, you're not blocking? Okay, so I'm gonna move step past Brennan and Althea. And is there any like free squares next to you, or I can't even freaking see?
Not particularly.
No, he's kind of like
Not a
squeezed. He's kind of like squeezed in here.
All right, well, shit. If I was to pull out my crossbow, like, I can't use it this turn, but like, would I be able to shoot through him?
Yeah, you
Get
should
to
be
the
able to
spider?
shoot around him.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna free action, put my greatsword away, and use action to put my crossbow back out. Then that's my turn.
Fredrickson.
He takes out a handkerchief, wipes his forehead, and squeezes out like a gallon of sweat. He's like, holy shit, I can't believe that worked. And then he's gonna hit with firebolt at the spider.
Got a nat 20, and you're shooting through a bunch of people, so this would be so the firebolt needs to be a disadvantage. You need to roll another 20 plus 5.
Right?
No, they're two stacked up, plus there's, like, a lot of obstruction in the way. Well, the way the cave's vaulting around.
Just a second.
So just roll a 1d20 plus 5. Alright, you hit the spider.
Okay.
God damn.
Burn, motherfucker!
Ah, don't step on that, please.
And the spider once again attempts to bite Aronius. And
Oh,
misses.
good.
Run!
I'll just
Kill it,
stop.
kill it, kill it, kill it.
Please
kill
shoot it.
I'll fix it.
And that works. Blast kind of rips into it and smashes it against the wall. Alright, you guys killed 2 spiders. See how much XP that equals that to. Ah, cool. So you get 80 XP. And unless you're going further up pursuing the ogre. Oh, this is done.
No. I just spent so much effort telling him not to attack us and sending him away.
But murder hobo status.
I got that, but he was
No,
he was just
I'm all
defending
for it.
his home.
Should I stand here while you all leave?
Should we have him in the front to deal with other things, or should the weak ones walk first?
We have 2 strong.
I patch Erroneous up for another 10 hit points.
Oh.
Now that we're out of combat.
You're safe, Brad.
Let's just get the hell out of here.
Understood, boss.
We definitely need to remember this place. I think this is very
Freedom!
interesting.
What time of day is it?
It's morning.
Would you
Do I
be
see
careful?
Ed or the donkey? Anywhere.
Hello.
All right. So you're gonna go looking for them because they're not standing right out there.
No, I was. Oh, they are standing right out here.
I said they're not standing right out there. Are you guys planning to look for the donkey and the deer?
Yes. How? Like, is there anything obstructing the view from up above?
No, don't worry. I already got this covered. It takes you a mere hour to locate the donkey, grazing peacefully in a clump of bushes. The deer is not far off.
Yay! To Ed. Like slow motion running, like in
Looks like we're in Baywatch.
Dun, dun, dun,
kind of. It's kind of like that scene from
dun,
Madagascar
dun, dun,
where
Oh,
Marty and
God.
the lion dude
dun,
see each
dun,
other,
dun.
and they're like running
Do
towards
you
each
eat
other.
him in the end, like in Madagascar?
No, I'm not gonna eat them. I just see my faithful mount that I befriended. That is also Ironius' friend.
Of course. Everyone's my friend. Except for Drows.
Yes, you're such a sweetheart.
That's what Fredrickson realized. That's a really good thing Ironius wasn't there to fuck up his fucking persuasion with the ogre.
You
Crap.
are sitting on all my cords. Why are you doing this? Come on.
Because your pet's an asshole.
She is a princess. Aren't you? Huh? Aren't you?
Is that
My
the one
cat's
that'll
a sweetie
viciously
pie.
attack your feet?
Oh no, that's Wicket. This is Betty. She's the fat one.
Oh, so she's a foot warmer. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Onwards to bottom
Ooh,
town.
just a girl.
Bodum Town.
Do you send any more information via the sending stones?
Oh, yeah.
Alright,
That was about to
Our
say that,
DM's
actually.
trying to kill us.
I open up the sending stone and I turn on the dial to call whoever. And I go, so as it turns out, the cave that the necromancer was hanging out in is also the home of some drow. So it might be an entrance to the Underdark. Or whatever your version of that is.
Should we
Well,
say
I'm
something
just going
about
to
the
call it the
necromancer we
Underdark in
killed?
this case.
Well, I'm sorry, what was
Easiest
that?
way to call it. I said it's just the easiest way to refer to it is the Underdark, since that's
Yeah.
widely accepted term.
Ask Althea, or what did Althea say?
Although the place
Should
under
we
the
tell them
Underdark,
about the necromancer?
Oh, I
although
already did.
the place under the Underdark, I refer to as the Hollow rather than anything else there might be.
Boss? There were Drow in there?
No, they weren't.
No, Ironius.
No.
Okay.
He said it wrong. He was talking about the bats.
Ah.
And I'm
Yeah,
sure
bats are cool.
Yeah,
They're
bats
drow
are
bats.
cool. They're not drow bats. That's how you say
it's
it in
just
Gnomish.
Species.
Drow bats?
That's a
What?
species of bat. And no way related to the drow elves.
They must be evil if they're called Drow bats. Did
Yes.
I make
That's why
friends
they
with
attack.
Drow bats? Ah.
That's
Why did we
okay,
leave
Ironius.
them then?
We killed them.
There's some still left in there. Should we
Those
go
weren't drow
eradicate them?
Those weren't drow bats. Those are regular bats.
This hurts my head.
I know,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I think we should go.
I think you're right.
We're giving Erroneous too many ideas.
Onwards to bottom town.
Down to bottom, down the bottom. Sorry.
I think when Ironius is like looping it, like, cause I'm sure he's running. There's like this deer just next to him running with a freaking gnome on its back.
Yeah? No. You don't think I can. We've already had that problem with the plastic last night. Ow. Sorry. So,
Away.
you arrive back at Bottom Town in the late evening of the 25th of Divine, 5 days before your deadline. Thankfully, you have already sent word back to Hellspring about what's going on down here. And when you talk to the Chancellor on the Sending Stone, he informed you that the King has already dispatched many troops down here towards Bottom Town to pinpoint the cave and deal with it, because this is clearly the source of the necromancy. And basically, if you guys want to hang out in Bottom Town and wait for them, that's fine. If you guys want to just come back to the castle for your reward, that's fine.
My ranger buddy's coming.
I do want to take the time to speak with the mayor personally, so I can inform him what I found. Because it's one thing to hear from one person; it's entirely different to hear it from the person that you had do it.
All right.
Plus, I owe some dwarves some time to hang out, smash. So.
Boss, are the rangers coming?
Hang on, I'm gonna ask God real quick. Are the rangers coming?
Sources are undecided.
So. I don't know, Ironius, but maybe you might see them when we go to the castle king.
Okay, boss.
Hey, I got a job for you, Ironius. I want you to take this donkey back to where we got it from, and I tell them how to get there, and let them know that to thank them for allowing us to take their donkey, and ask the big lady in charge if you can pet her right now.
You got it, boss.
Here, do you want me to go with him?
Please.
To ensure the safety of everyone around us.
Please, Alfie. I would really appreciate that.
Alright.
What?
You gotta take care of your stuff, Fred.
You don't want a giant rhino running around town with Ironius on its back?
I don't know if she'll let you ride it, but I'm sure she might let you pet it. Especially since we brought her donkey.
Well, if
I'm
you
sure we can convince her to let him ride it.
That's entirely up to you, Alfie.
Erroneous, you want to ride a rhino?
Of course.
I whisper in her
Alright.
ear. I gesture her to come down to my level since I can't, go up to her level.
You just jump multiple times with each syllable.
But anyways, I whisper to her like, "You're his caretaker until I get back. Please,
Of
don't
course.
let anything bad happen.
I'll watch him, Fred.
Thank you." And I hop on Ed and head to the mayor's office.
All right. Who wants to go first? Ironius.
We're taking donkey to the quartermaster to return.
Well, to the garrison, actually. Yeah. So
Either way.
you arrive back at the garrison. The troops look like they've got on alert. They see you coming, and they kind of wave you in because you're currently you're currently leading around the donkey. So you came back alive, although the person that's talking to you you've never seen before, and she has not ever seen you before either.
Of course! I'm hardly like steel. And I pound my
Indeed, you
chest.
are erroneous.
She is a Minotaur woman with red fur. Who happens to be taller than you. Much taller than you. So she's several times Frederick's sight. And Fredrickson managed to talk with her.
Yes, there were all manner of creatures in that cave. Unfortunately, deceased members of your kind as well.
Of my kind? She asks.
Minotaur skeleton.
Yeah.
She nods sadly. So it is true that this is the source of the undead.
We haven't determined so much yet, but we were aware of a necromancer that we have since slain.
It was eaten
Good.
by black pudding.
I hold out the 3 Minotaur's great axes. Do you require these, as they were your people?
Well, we
Erroneous.
can always use more weapons.
Of course.
I'm telling my people to get the garrison ready for more troops. Finally, we'll get the dispatch that we need. Especially since the source of the source of the attacks has been identified, and that is, I take it, thanks to you and yours.
With Fred.
Yes, indeed. She nods and accepts the great axes.
Right. Right.
I'm afraid, though, we did have a question.
Yes.
As we've done a great deed and slain the necromancer who is disturbing your peace, we were wondering if we could see this rhino of yours?
Well, the rhino is over here being boarded at the moment. She kind of like shows you over to the largest of the pens in the stable, and inside a rhino is kind of like mostly asleep, and it opens up an eye, and kind of looks out at you.
Can I pet or ride him? Or her?
You may pet my companion here, but you may not ride them.
Okay.
Thank you. How
I'm
gracious.
bad rhinos.
The rhino snorts heavily in your hand. You try to pet it. You get a fistful of rhino snot.
She's gonna go pet the rhino.
Oh
Ah,
no.
great. We both got fistfuls of snot.
Yep.
These are weird beasts. We must find you one.
The Minotaur actually laughs at your misfortune.
I'm
I feel better now, Alfie. Why was I sad?
so glad that you do. No reason, really.
Of course.
I think it was being in a cave that long. It's so dreadfully dusty in there.
Ah,
You
yes.
get the sense that Fredrickson's thankful for not telling it why he was sad. Because he doesn't feel like dealing with that again.
What, you don't like barbarians that can't rage?
No, not that.
I don't
Technically,
think
if a
we just want
barbarian
to
can-
sad Erroneous in general.
Yeah.
It'd break my heart.
Thank you. What is your name? You have been so grateful. Gracious. Great. Well,
Yeah, you're great, Erroneous. Come on. I think we should get out of her hair.
okay.
It has
You
been
can. Good.
it has been our greatest pleasure for you to allow us to pet your beautiful rhino.
Well, good luck to you. And safe journeys to wherever you're going next. Kind of waves you off and then gets back to the position of leading her people, getting them into training and everything like that, since they're looking to take a fight on soon. Meanwhile, what is Fredrickson doing?
I'm gonna go talk to the mayor and let him know what we found.
You find the dwarven mayor still sitting in his office, and he gets up from behind his desk when he sees you coming in and says, "Ah, have you completed the survey of the caves?
What are you doing? Huh?
For the most part.
And the mining company?"
We found several skeletons, unfortunately. Some that attacked us, some that did not. The ones that did not attack us were kobold and dwarven shape. The ones that did were minotaur and vaguely human, I guess. Couldn't really tell, I'm a magic user, so I try not to be close to that. We also killed a troll, found 2 ogres, who I convinced to leave us alone. And apparently the
With
ogres
spider bodies.
asked, yeah, and yeah, a couple of dead spiders that are dead because we killed them. And apparently the drow in that cave asked the ogres to keep
Drow?
anyone out. Yes,
There are
apparently
drow
there are
here?
drow in that cave.
Oh, this is horrible.
On our way here to your fine town village, we actually came across some drow in the forest close to town name that I'm forgetting.
Midpoint?
Yeah, and
I thought
apparently
it was one of the other ones.
Woodrest?
I don't know.
I thought it was near. I thought it was near the castle ruins, actually,
Yeah, it was near the castle.
which nobody else knows where it is right now, since the castle had been in ruins and left alone for a long time.
Oh, I'll mention that too about the castle. I'm like, yeah, we found some drow near a castle in the forest that's apparently forgotten. There's a telescope in there that I fixed. that I didn't get to play with. Unfortunately, it's sad. Anyways, but yeah, the drow. I think the ogre actually mentioned a hole the drow live in, which might lead to drow lair, or maybe even the underdark.
Hmm. Such terrible news. I do hope the
I
king has
agree.
been informed.
Oh, absolutely, sir. I informed our contact, and he has since said that the king is well aware of the situation and is um sending his getting the troops ready. I believe is what he said.
And they're coming here. Ah, this is great news.
That's what we're here for, sir.
Good, good. He pulls
Yes,
out
I just
a sack and hands it over. The payment for
ah,
discovering our miners, as discussed.
thank you very much, sir. I also have a request, if you're not too busy.
And what would this be?
Well, I told some dwarves at the tavern I'd go get smashed with them. You want to join us?
I'm afraid my work will prevent that, but you have some fun. You now have more money than you need than anyone really needs around here.
Fair
He
enough.
laughs. In order to spend that on there. Inside the
But I
pouch is
just want to.
100 gold pieces.
Oh god, we're gonna get hammered.
Oh yeah. I tell him like thank you very much, sir. I wanted to make sure that I was the one that informed you of this. You requested us to take care of this. It's one thing to hear
Don't do
from
that. That's
a
gross. Don't do
representative
that.
of some other person. It's entirely different to hear it from
You're
this
so
person.
fat.
Yes, yes, indeed. Now enjoy your drinking.
Absolutely. Have a good day, sir. And I turn Ed around and leave.
All right. Um,
On the deer the whole time I was talking to him.
Anomula and Bron, is there anything you wish to do?
Uh, I would just be wandering back to the tavern to relax.
Same.
All right. So it sounds like everyone's heading back to the tavern.
Yep.
Time to get our drink on.
Oh yeah. Once I get back to the tavern, I go and I talk to Fizip, and I gathered the party together, and I just like drop this bag of gold, and I go, um, so he gave us 100, and there's 5 of us, so I give 20 to Frederick or Braun and 20 to Ironius, and then I look at Althea and Nomula and I go, I really do appreciate you guys helping us with this. Quite frankly, I'm
Aw.
not sure how far we would have gotten without your help, especially since douchebag McGee was killed, and unfortunately Antonio had to leave because he wanted to go find his mule. So I give both of them their share of the 100 gold, so 20 each. So
Should we
hopefully that'll
celebrate
get.
with alcohol?
Oh, absolutely. Just give. I'll. Don't worry. I'll get to that. I also wanted to let you guys know if you'd like, you can come back with us over to our country, and I could put in a good word. Ironious, I could put in a good word for you and get us a job, get you a job at where we work at.
Imru.
Of course.
That's completely up to you too. I'll give you some time to think because we still have to go to visit the king, which I would really hope that you would join us because you guys did help a lot addressing the situation. So I'll give you some time to think, and then after that, I go to Fizip and I go, hey, and I give him 10 gold. Is this enough to get everybody in the bar? Technically, give everyone in the bar alcohol poisoning.
He grins wide and takes your money. Most
All right,
likely.
and all right, and I tell him I'm sorry for this, and I climb up in this bar and I yell at everybody. I go, hey, we're gonna drink enough to get alcohol poisoning. Don't worry about paying.
You hear lots of cheers from everybody.
You know how when you flaunt your money, you get mugged?
He also has Ironius right next to him.
True.
Wait,
And
is he
those
on the
dwarves.
bar?
And those dwarves, because those dwarves are cool with Fredrickson.
Ironis is probably up there with them. I got his back! Let's drink!
Grizz, I would request that you roll a d20 to see if a bar fight gets started or not.
I can do
Can
that.
we?
Frederickson's not going to be involved, but
Everyone else can roll a d20. We'll see what happens.
Oh,
Oops.
right.
you know
So,
what? He could
so,
have
some,
that one.
yeah, so sometime during the evening's festivities, Erroneous gets himself up onto the up onto a table, and he starts shouting and doing this weird thing that could sort of be called dancing, perhaps. And in the
Erroneous,
process,
keep your shirt on.
Shirt off? Okay!
No, Erroneous!
in the process, his shirt does come off. As as does his pants, and
Uh,
as he dances there in a loincloth.
Frederickson covers Altheia's
In
eyes.
a loincloth, he ends up
you
accidentally.
can't reach that high!
He ends up
I'm
accidentally.
standing on the table.
He ends up accidentally kicking Fredrickson in the face, and then the
Oh,
table
Erroneous, please!
collapses under him as Fredrickson goes flying into a drunken dwarf. And this is how the fist fight starts.
I'm sorry.
I'm just the product of this, please!
Do I
not
look like
hit
I
the
can hurt you on
gnome.
my own? Do I look like I can hurt you on my own?
No, but I can.
Erroneous,
Shut up,
no,
Erroneous.
please! You've had too much, please. Let's go back to the room!
Can I dive bomb into the dwarfs?
Erroneous!
Yes. Roll athletics, and then take away at disadvantage. Roll athletics at disadvantage. No, you break another table. Now, at this point, the goblin is shouting for peace and order.
I call
Alfie
Ed
just
over.
throws her 10 gold on the table just to cover all the damages, more drinks.
I was gonna do that too, but you beat me to it because I'm currently probably getting a death glare from a dwarf.
Here,
No,
turn out
The dwarves are busy fist fighting with each other, and there's tables and chairs starting to fly around the room, and people are just brawling.
I feel like at this point, Fredrickson's drunk enough to stand up on the table and go, "Take it all, bets." Take it all, bets.
Fredrickson, roll an athletics check.
Damn it.
That's
Alright.
Fred, please, you have to help me sort this out.
Yeah, a chair just comes winging out of the melee and smashes into Fredrickson, repelling him across the room. Roll a 1d10.
I have a question. Has anybody seen UHF?
Yes.
Remember
Yes.
that part where he's doing that talk show and they just
Yes.
chair.
Please
That's
don't.
what I imagine happening.
Yep. And you
Oh my
take
god.
and you take 9 points of damage as you slide off the wall.
Whoever hit the gnome's getting it! I'm gonna go into rage.
No, don't already.
Alfie is already healing poor Fred.
I just want to check with something real quick. Braun and Anomula, are you guys okay?
Oh yeah.
No, they're crying in the corner. They're petrified.
Braun?
Well, I would be like,
Oh wow, perfect. You're full health now, Fred.
Anomula?
while this is going on, I'm just like looking after seeing Frederick fly across the room.
Twice.
I'm gonna, I would stand up, kind of defense, because there's no freaking way he should be eating a chair in the face like he did. So I would
Guys,
be.
we can't be fighting, please.
Wait, at this point, I kind of have Ed drag me over to Anomula, and I look at her and go, "It's okay. It's worse has
He's
happened."
used to this. He's blown up 7 labs. There's been worse.
She's absolutely right. And then I have him drag me over to Fizzip, and I go, "I'm sorry," and I give him I'll give him 10 gold.
His blood drips down off your face.
What?
Oh, that poor gnome.
Erroneous, come on, please.
Wait, we don't party till the place comes down?
We don't
No.
bring the place down. We can party, don't hurt anyone.
But
Put your clothes
this
back
is how
on,
I
please.
party.
Erroneous,
is
we
what
need to
happened
go
to
party outside,
It
please.
sounds like what happened to some of Fredrickson's labs. It wasn't just the explosions.
Shrapnel too.
No, I'm just thinking Erroneous had something to do with it.
Oh, probably. It's kind of like Dexter's lab where Fredrickson's working and Iris goes, "Hey, how's
Yep.
it going?" Boom.
No, don't touch that.
Actually,
What's
that's
this
not a
green
bad
thing?
analogy.
What? What's what?
I said, what's the screen thing? Like, Erroneous would knock something off the table or shake it.
Okay.
Or play with it.
Agitation, or dump the wrong substance into it. Agitation.
I want to see what happens when you add blue and red.
You get
Purple.
purple. Oh my god, no!
You've created a black pudding for everyone to encounter a second time.
Yes! I knew I could do it. Thanks,
Of course, boss.
Apparently, if you mix blue and red, you get a black pudding.
No, not in this adventure. I did have an adventure once where something like that happened.
Oh, that sounds like the best.
Well, it was set in space, and you mix 2 cups of alcohol together, and depending on which alien drank it, depended on the outcome. So some of them it's like dissolved like acid, aka black pudding.
Oh, jeez.
Others it was just a nice alcoholic substance that they got to enjoy. But anyway.
Oh,
But then,
Yeah.
the next day, we'll head to the castle or whatever.
I'm pretty sure you found Ironius passed out on the table.
Naked.
Naked.
With a couple of goblins sweeping up and grumbling about the fact that you guys started a brawl in here.
Elkie's trying to pay him off in silver.
They're still not too happy about the situation.
I apologize so deeply for my friends.
I would also throw 10 gold to the goblin. So
We've
he
just
can't-
paid everyone off. We've made no profit. We've destroyed a bar, gotten drinks, destroyed more of the bar, dealt with a naked Erroneous. Yeah, this is going great.
From my
Price of
perspective, it
barbarian.
is.
There's nothing better than this.
I feel like at this point,
nothing like
Althea
a
isn't as terrified of Fredrickson anymore.
Only slightly sometimes when he laughs.
Yeah.
And then occasionally she'll laugh too. That's about it though.
I feel like she's gotten less scared after he managed to convince an ogre to leave alone.
Boss, I got a headache.
That's okay.
Erroneous, come here.
You probably got hit by several chairs, Erroneous.
I sure did.
Here, we'll see if I can make you feel any better.
So the only place you wish to go now is back to the capital and the castle, correct?
Yep.
All right. So the next day, you all pile on to your nice little wagon and set on an uneventful journey back north of many days. At one point, you pass by vast caravans full of marching troops and food supplies heading south, heading to rout out the undead and the drow. And you're just far removed from that because all you are agents. You don't have to be involved in the battle at all.
Can I
Nope.
use my soldier background to see if any of them are my ranger buddies?
No, your ranger buddies would be over near Lauren.
This is a local.
Yeah, this is Hellspring, so it's very far away from that.
He's still looking.
Yeah, he doesn't see them. But eventually, you get back to many days later, or maybe like 2 weeks later. You arrive back at the capital city. Things are polished up. People are, oops, old tokens.
At this point, Fredrickson is actually in his nicest lab coat that he has. He's got his
There's only a little bit of blood on it.
He's got all his noble bearings on. He's got his ring on and making himself look nice because regardless of how insane he is.
Boss.
You guys have been given audience before the king.
I'd imagine Ironius would ask Fred if he could help him get better dressed because he still just has his plain brown clothes.
Yeah, actually, I'll before we actually see the king, I'll take him to get some nicer attire.
Yeah, maybe a bath at the bathhouses, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd spend some more gold on that, I believe. Let's see, how much is a fine set of clothes? If you're buying new clothing, let's see what the book says.
Lesbian Nazi hookers forced into weight loss programs. Damn it.
I'm sorry, repeat
abducted
that?
by UFOs. Lesbian Nazi hookers abducted by UFOs and forced into weight loss program. Find out tonight.
He's quoting UHF. Have you never seen UHF?
No, I just... Not
Yeah,
lately?
He says that after getting hit in the face with a chair, he's all bandaged up, and that's what he says.
I don't remember that bit. Wow.
I do. I used to watch the movie all the time when I was a kid. Loved
I
it.
love Weird Al.
I gotta go watch that again then. Maddie would love it.
Great movie.
I love Weird Al. If you notice in the beginning when he whips that guy's arm off, it's not the same arm. Anywho, but yeah, after all that shenanigans, was I really?
Yeah, I can't find the listing for it in here. I'll just wing it. Somehow you get some extra fine clothing somewhere, or somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, here I found it.
We're on the streets begging.
Fine clothing is 15 gold. Common clothing is only 5 silver.
That's fine. I've worked out the 15 gold.
So now Ironius is dressed very nicely.
I hand my sack of gold to Fred. Hold on to this. Okay.
Don't worry about it. Trust me, my family. Well, I'm fine. My family's rich. How do you think I've kept my job for so long?
I will take your gold.
Here you go.
I was kidding, Erroneous.
Anywho, now to the conversation at hand. My hair is actually combed for once, and I still have a 10 on my head.
All right. What about you, Bron?
I'm just my normal clothes, decent.
Okay.
I was gonna say, am I the only one that can't hear him?
If you turn him way up, you get him pretty good.
Anomula.
No, I do.
Anomula, what about you?
I would be in my normal armor, like I always wear, and I would be looking at everybody else dressing differently, what is going on?
I'm from a noble family. It's kind of expected.
That look at Ironius.
I'm his guard.
He's a soldier.
Okay. But do you guys have to dress a certain way to see the king here, or?
It shows respect. It's something that I was taught in my early. Starts saying early on multiple fingers. Early childhood.
Counting the millennials.
Yeah, I'm actually. He's almost 200 years old.
Well, I'm hoping my attire is sufficient.
You'll be fine.
Alfie's probably dressed to the nines, dear lord.
Ferguson just looks at it and winks. He's like, you're good, no worries. I think you'll find your socks amusing.
Anyway,
She's probably. Yeah, she's got her socks somewhere. I take that back.
when you get to the when you get to the castle, you're shown inside and escorted right to the king, where he and the chancellor guy, the older minotaur with the broken horn, are standing waiting for you. The king is he's not a child or anything like that, but he's clearly a much younger compared to the chancellor minotaur, maybe like late 20s, early 30s sort of minotaur in terms of age. He's powerfully built, and he's dressed in his own finery made of old leathers. Clearly old, but at the same time, really nice looking. If you know what I mean, like really well cared for, all that.
Yeah.
He inclines his head, even though he's towering over all of you, as you come in. I've been told that you are the ones that told us the truth about what's been going on in the south, where the undead have been coming from.
That is correct, Your Highness.
As you speak, Fred, you notice that his eyes are kind of ignoring you. They glance at you for 1 second, but mostly they seem to be moving back and forth between Alithia and Anomula.
Oh no.
The entire time, just a note, like I'm kind of looking more at Frederick and Ironius, not even looking at the king, because I'm like, okay, trying to analyze their mannerisms around them.
All right.
I give Althea a comforting pat on the neck, just to reassure that everything will be fine.
So, you took care of at least one of the necromancers,
Yes, sir.
and you found a cave where the necromancers were hiding out, and apparently drow have been coming up from.
That is correct, Your Highness.
Yes, I have heard that drow are a problem over in Imlarn, and over in Imlarn they have been known to use necromancy, sending undead soldiers to attack. Yes, it does make sense that the drow must be behind this, but I did not know that drow could come up through the Odling Mountains. It had not been heard of before.
Just for your information, Your Highness, they were seen as far north as forest that we were in, because we found them outside an abandoned fortress or castle in the middle of the woods.
Perhaps abandoned from ancient times.
That's my understanding. While we were in there, we noticed that there was a workshop that could have been used by the necromancer. We found a note indicating for the necromancer's apprentice to where he could find this master, and we believe we have the identity of the apprentice as well. Unfortunately, he escaped us. We haven't been able to find him.
And I suppose finding him would not be in your job descriptions.
We wouldn't even we tried tracking him, but we unfortunately lost his tracks first. I can give you a description and his, the name that he gave us.
And what name is that?
I give him the. I'm sorry, I cut.
Jason.
Thank you. His name is Jason. He is a human of average build, average height, kind of looks like a nerd. We lost him while we were encountering some undead in the castle, where he ran off with what I believe to be a holy sword.
Well, if this Jason is spotted, he will be dealt with severely.
I take your word for it, Your.
Well then, we are very pleased that the Imru Corporation was able to deal with this situation before we could incite any more violence along our borders. Rest assured that as soon as the undead and their masters have been disposed of, the proposed railroad will be ready on time. We'll be able to start construction down in Bottomtown all the way through Midpoint to connect our ends once once the train comes all the way through here. And then the age of prosperity will continue.
You can only hope, Your Highness.
Excellent. Well, I imagine you are eager to get back home. Back to Wimlarn.
Yeah, we've spent a lot of time away from home. I feel it's time for us to head back and take care of whatever issues might have arisen while we were.
Well
However, if you ever have need of us, you can be you're more than welcome to contact the Shamalamadong house and request myself, and I can gather our allies.
alright then. Well, okay. From GM perspective, I think that actually concludes this particular adventure. So the only question would be would you wish to continue with these characters, or for next adventure, make up new ones?
Keep an Ironius. This is good character.
I don't think you can top Holy Socks.
Well, like I said, she's her and Unomila are more than welcome to Fredrickson's house until they find their own living quarters and he can get them jobs at the place that they work at. Damn it. They could stay at his house until they find their own.
Hmm.
But like I said, I might end up using Kurt because I like using my mom.
Well, I guess it's. I guess everybody post down. Here. If you wish to keep your character for the next adventure, or new character.
I'm not entirely sure yet. So is it a decision I have to make now, or is it kind of like a little more?
You can have some more time. I'm just thinking a part of it is that you can go right into it. Another part, not so much. All right. So at the end of this quest, at the end of this adventure, you guys all get 1,000 XP for your services to the kingdom. You have unearthed the major threat, and while you didn't get all of it, you didn't find out everything that for this adventure. You did restore peace to Hellspring, which is the most important part.
Can I make some adjustments to Fredrickson before we start a new thing? Mostly just class wise. I think I might drop his wizard